Cool. Even Cam's got one green. You reckon he's on board? Chris could get the rare back, which for him is like
If he does, I'll be very unhappy.
Mate, I might be on the outside of it.
Well, I said I was going to back you.
And here we go for the big game on a Friday night. It's about 8 degrees, maybe 6, maybe 7. It's going down and down and down. And we are back here live on LSA TV between North Adelaide Roosters and the Burnside Bears. And I'm joined by LSA TV's Friday night and all-round favourite, Mr. Sammy Kilford. Welcome back, Sam, to the commentary box for 2019.
G'day, how we doing?
Oh, looking good. There's Marty. We don't want to see Marty. But yes, and big game out here tonight, obviously between the Burnside Bears and the North Adelaide boys.
Yeah, be a good one.
Should. And Burnside obviously travelling exceptionally well through the year so far. They've not dropped anything that's come their way so far this year. And North Adelaide obviously last Friday night coming off a bit of a touch-up against Glenelg down there, 22-0.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a few players out, but I don't think any club and any team they put on the field wants to go straight out, do they?
Not normally.
So it's not ideal.
Not at all. But as a goalie, not a bad thing to do.
Shut out the opposition.
Yeah.
So yeah, you take it.
You take that when you can. And obviously, a couple of shout-outs here. Haragianis has come in for his first league game for the Burnside Bears tonight. Obviously transferring over from Sturt at the end of the last year.
Yep, good. So good on him for getting up there. That's good. It's taken a few weeks.
Best on and off the ground.
So, we're lucky enough to have Luke Keesing mic'd up this evening, and he can hear us, and he's live on the feed. So this is the first for LSA TV. Luke, great that you could join us live on LSA TV, mate. Looking forward to a big game out there, Luke.
Luke. Can't hear us.
Luke, I am your father.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Luke is on board. So we can hear you, mate. Any last-minute instructions? Yeah, to us. Because we'll give you one. We'll give you one. Watch out for the flag hike. Good luck tonight, guys, and enjoy the refereeing. So our three referees tonight, we got Polly Farmer, we got Luke Keesing, and obviously the man himself, Mr. Blue Division referee,
Jonathan
Kiplock. So plenty of quality refereeing out there. Or as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's
we'll leave that with you.
Yeah. You guys at home can decide which 2 out of 3 are the ones that ain't bad.
You know what? Because, but I really like these 3 guys refereeing.
Yeah, I like any referee that keeps their flags in the pockets and lets the boys play a bit.
But not on Friday Night Live, because what we do want to see is the flags flying high. So trying out some new technology here tonight with Luke Keesing on the field. He's mic'd up so we can hear what he's saying, and he'll come in and out of the game. And it's really good of Luke to be able to do that for us and bring a different perspective of what we see sometimes.
Yeah, I suppose that some people at home would say the AFL do it, and some people like it, some people don't. But I suppose he might be able to explain some calls to us that we think are a bit 50-50 and whatnot, and we'll be able to see his perspective, I guess.
We can probably tell him a few of ours too.
Yeah.
Which we normally do,
Yeah.
Sammy.
Won't stop me.
So here we go. So starting here in face-off is Aidan Wheatscombe for North Adelaide, and Lewis Dow obviously made the SA state team for the first time after his efforts in the face-off.
Lewis,
yeah. As he flicks that one out, and to Chris Nicola, and he has been a speedster all year. Steps down the bottom and bang. That has happened in about the first 20 seconds. And Paul Marshall, after a big bag last week, gets on the board early, and geez, Chris Nicola's pace out of the centre there to give him that assist was very, very good.
Well, that'll wake the North Adelaide defence up a little bit, won't it? Might have been caught napping. They probably didn't expect it to go that hard that fast. But
and neither did we, just quietly.
That's what Burnside bring, don't they? Is a lot of speed. So we just got to see that. And Dowd, again, straight out the face.
Lewis again, another win. And this is the reason that he's been put into the men's stateside. He was outstanding against Glenelg down in Anzac Day game. And ball picked up again there, and Burnside win that. He just didn't get that out the top of his stick, so good job there from Westcombe. But again, 2 from 2 out of the middle.
Straight away. And that's, I mean, it's been a big surprise for me, especially to see his name come in so strong into this team and put up such a big performance this year, transferring from Adelaide Uni last year. I think this year will be his first taste of state league, and he's definitely putting his name out there as a pretty strong player straight away.
Oh, Jimmy Goodrich, that's a very strong player. He's been doing well. Yeah, this man's been he's been on fire, Chris Nicola, Chucky, in the first few games. From all accounts, his pace, his work rate has been sensational, and you probably want to get a long pole onto that man, because I think Jimmy Goodrich, as we saw from a replay the other day, and I did speak to K-Man about it, about why he didn't shut his legs behind him when he shot that ball, if we've all seen it on the Facebook. Shot one, not looking at the goal between his legs, between K-Man's legs, and put it up the top of Dave Gow.
Yep.
And yeah, so if you haven't seen it, get on to LSA TV Facebook and obviously the YouTube, and you'll see plenty of that sort of stuff on there as Burnside get the ball up here at the top, and that's Lambert doing a bit of razzle-dazzle, sets his pick, gets inside. Good double there from Alford. Plenty of pressure coming there. And looks inside. Nicola, Hood picks up and just says to settle it down, and the second goal not coming as quickly as the first here, but Burnside with plenty of possession. That was almost like the game winner in the Anzac Day game. Just gets away and has immense pace. And I know I'm talking about a lot at the moment, but Jimmy Goodrich. And there we go. Second one is on the board for Burnside. And Goodrich goes all by himself then, and you cannot give that man that much space.
No, definitely need that slide there to come a bit harder and stronger on that replay.
So here we go on the living choice replay there. Just pops it up over the top of Robbo's shoulder. And Jimmy's on the board, and it's 2-0 here. Early in the first.
At least North Adelaide's D could withstand a bit of an attack then, and forced Burnside to throw it around. And there's a couple of low passes, a couple of sort of cheeky ones, but Burnside able to retain the ball and find the weak link.
And obviously Ryan back didn't play last week. He got young salesman, or young of the caravan industry. There's not too much the man can't do, to be honest.
No, I mean, he's in the caravan industry. You got the under 40 salesman of the year or whatever it was. So
well, there's not much the man can't do. So he's obviously come back into the side. That's an inherent pass there from Richard. No, that is Raf O'Connor there, just throwing the ball away with the first touch. But Ryan obviously down in the offense and hasn't ventured up. He's been playing a fair bit of midfield. And we have a 2-0 game here on the Living Choice scoreboard.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more from Ryan tonight, just sitting in the attack line and trying to do more work down there, as opposed to being the guy who just plays all three positions for 4 quarters. So.
Yeah, I managed to get down and watch the second half of the North Adelaide Brighton game, and he came off and he was pretty well
Yeah.
Couldn't lift his legs. He'd done a
Doing too
power
much.
of work.
Doing too much.
And really, the players around you have to start to get better to become a better team. So I'm sure Scooter will be all over that, and he'll be asking the other guys to start their work rate and push it up a bit, mate. As we know Scooter would.
Maybe we know the flu is floating around. I wonder if he's contracted some sort of virus.
In Queensland.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The warmer weather's, he's come back to the cool weather of South Australia.
And a good ride here too from, that's just not against Josh Harris. You don't throw a ball anywhere near him in this. And there's a shot coming from Josh if he gets an opportunity here. Although, no, he's being very unselfish there, Josh. Just did a big U-turn as soon as he got the ball off and said, I've done my job, boys. You go and do yours.
Good patience on North Adelaide to hold the clear for that long and try and find the right position. But, yeah, just that pass getting picked off by Josh Harris in the back corner.
So we see Harry Giannis for his first run in the Burnside State League colours. And we wish Harry all the best, one of our young up-and-coming players.
Yeah, well, I mean, he left skirt, so I don't wish him too much, but no, I do. You have to.
Obviously.
No, he's a good kid, and I loved coaching him at junior level, so I do wish him all the best, but just not against us when we play him.
Yeah, no, but it's good to see, and his improvement as a lacrosse player, obviously still in the under-19 Australian squad.
He had a good tournament too, didn't he?
He had a good tournament, and if he can get better as a player and become one of those ones that get up and play and put the green and gold on at some stage, then that will be very good for Australian lacrosse. So obviously we are club orientated and mad, but as you know, Sammy, going away for the World Box team this year, it's all about feeding up the line, mate, to play international.
100%. So
Harry just got to keep his feet moving. He's picked up Twisky here, so he's just got to keep his feet on the ground too, not that big jump shot. And that's a good, but Dan just eating that one up. He's been eating them up all year so far, and that's his first save of the first quarter after having a couple go by him. And we'll see the slow clear happen again.
Harry made a good split dodge, got himself free, the hands are free, he was probably too far out.
Yeah.
Had an absolute paddock to walk into, and
you might get away with that in 17 and reserves, but in State League,
different ball game.
Different step up. Good goalies up there, isn't there, Sammy, in State League?
Yeah, most of them. Yep.
And we've got an offside here of North Adelaide in that. So Burnside doing a really good job in just keeping them in. They haven't had an offensive foray. Certainly hasn't come into their forward third yet, North Adelaide. And Lambo just pulls the ball out. And a big shout out again. Yeah, to Living Choice who do an amazing job. And we're so grateful to have them as our sponsors, title sponsors. And obviously to Traditional Carports and Verandas, our newest sponsor. They do a fantastic job as well.
Very nice.
As Robbo gets another save, and he had 17 saves last week, Robbo.
Yeah, right.
He did. So he's got 2 on the board so far. And he's probably going to have a few put at him tonight, so he's going to have to stand up big again.
Yep.
But they'd just be looking for
this is interesting now because they've had 2 clears, both unsuccessful. So
Lukey,
this is the next that next decision, isn't it, Tony? About where do we go?
It is. Well, he's got
do we take the slow? Where's the 2-on-1? See, we're not creating a 2-on-1 here, are we? And we've got everybody to one side.
Yeah. He's got
Robbo's just sort of keeps going to that side opposite the box, and everyone else keeps going with him.
Yep.
And there's that right.
And there's the pressure again, and it goes back to the goalie, and the goalie's now looking like I'm just going to have to get rid of it here. Under immense pressure here from the very experienced Paul Marshall.
He knows goalies do not wear armbands, and he is just
that's pumped up the middle.
There we go.
Need to pick that up.
Chopper, good possession there. Right, there we go.
There we go, and here we go.
That's across the restraining line, Tony, for the first time tonight for North Adelaide. Oh, the black line, my mistake.
So
almost.
And I gave him a nickname the other day, Blakey.
Yeah.
I called him Dorothy.
Yeah.
Because look at his helmet.
Yeah,
it was
shiny
red shoes, like the red shoes. So I know he wouldn't mind it.
Oh, he'd have a giggle.
He'd have a giggle. And Blake is an outstanding bloke. And
you can't miss him on the field now, can you?
You cannot miss him, and that's what it's all about.
Under these lights,
and you got to be seen, don't you?
You do, yeah.
As Twisky just goes about his work, kicks it down the back to Booney, and to Twisky, and has all over him here, Rafikona, but left hand and a good save there from Williams down low. Went the 5-hole. Maybe he saw Morton shooting on and going the 5 holes. Didn't get away with that one, and a good save there from Hagrid.
Yeah, big save. Yeah, that's a good save. That's what you want to get that started, don't you? You haven't seen the ball 5-10 minutes into the game, and one shot, one save.
And Silky picks up the ball on the outer side. Haven't said his name tonight yet either.
No, he's a little quiet tonight. But he's
he's one
Cyril Rioli style player where he would have. You'd think he didn't see him much tonight. We didn't call him, and all of a sudden he's got 3 goals and 4 assists here. He's one of those players, isn't he?
And Lukey Roberts-Sword just telling Lambo, I am out here, mate, and you're going to cop me all night. So plenty of a good Hollett steps down to a set of pick. Well, that probably should have gone back. And as we speak, Silky just puts one by. He must have heard us from down this end because he's just gone, you know what, the boys are talking about me.
Yeah.
May as well get on the board.
And that's one of his biggest strengths is his shooting. You think he's not going to shoot it, and then all of a sudden it's the quick, sly hands are gone and the ball's behind you, normally.
Chris Nicola to Lambert, kicks it over to Hood, kicks it to Marshall, and Marshall will love this opportunity. He always...
Question mark.
Oh, looks inside to Jimmy, but that one's just gone over the top, and Robbo with the...
You've got to call that
that's
a shot.
Save. That's a save. Robbo to the save, and that's 3 for the quarter.
Here we go, Gaspari with his 4.
And he's got Cam absolutely wearing him. He said, I'm in the Aussie team with you. I know what you're doing. That is terrible flag height out there, will I say. I think that was Polly out the back there. That one just dribbled out his pocket and kicked over to Booney. And that one's home. That one sneaks the little post here.
Little 5-hole.
And Booney gets on the board with his first, and in the blink of an eye, North Adelaide are on the board.
And again, Gasper doing a barrel amount of work there, just taking a lot of
Drew,
shots.
Adam Phillips, and that just...
everybody, the whole defence had turned, hadn't they?
Yeah, Booney with a big handshake. He's either keeping his hands warm or he loves that.
Nah, he loves it. But Booney loves the celebration, but he knows the right time, and he knows he's just got to keep that under wraps at the moment.
So we're 2-1 here in sort of halfway through the first quarter. North Adelaide are on.
Well, that's good. They've scored a goal.
And
that's a good start.
Lewis Dow with another one. He's going the wrong way.
He is.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
That's the old footy one where you kick it back. You kick it way back out to the defence. And here he is, another one of your Aussie teammates.
James Mullins.
He's got quick legs, hasn't he?
Well, they're quick, but there's not much to them. But they move. He moves. The legs move.
We were just having a jest before the game with him, weren't we? Saying the last calves in his family were probably on the farm in 1922.
They do the job, though.
Yep.
That's for sure.
And he's an outstanding player. He's done, and he's worked really hard to get where he has. And really good to see him part of that Aussie box side.
Very coachable, big-time improver.
Harry Giannis he's got to watch out here, because if he steps any further back, although he should have the legs on Blake Ilford, but that's good. Lukey Roberts, he's realised moving pick coming in potentially. No, good pick. And there's good defence there from North Adelaide. Twisty just says, Harry, welcome to the big lead.
Yep.
Get out of bounds. I'm taking the ball back.
That'll be a little lesson for him in his first A-grade game.
I'm sure North would have spoken about that too. Yep. Seen him warm up out there, first game, and good chase down there. Kicks it on the outer side.
Chopper bringing the ball over the halfway line.
That's the second time Chopper's actually brought the ball in.
Yeah. All good Guildfords have a good running capacity, Tony. So he's one of us.
And speaking of running capacity, here's the one. Young Jack Zogopoulos missed that ball, but the boy can run, and he's played in my under-15 tournament last year in the goals.
So he's a young fella.
So he's in the Phantoms. He was my goalie in the under-15 tournament last year.
Yeah, right.
So a young fella who has amazing motors, and really good to see him get opportunities. You know, his stick skills will get better.
Goalie turned shorty. Did you know he had that in him? Was there an inkling at the 15 level that you could play him in that position?
No.
No, so he's a recent short stick.
He's a recent short stick. I mean, he's been, and obviously with James Burgess as well out at North Adelaide, you know, the positions in the goals and the Div 1s and that are probably tying up. So he's just thought, have another go. That's Cam kicks it over. And there's a clear, but that was a good save then from Haggard in the cage as well. Got another shot on him and from fairly close range.
3 5-holes in a row, 2 saves, 1 goal.
So he's doing all right tonight as well. And it's certainly, you can just see the mist in the air now, can't you? It just turns inside. Pop goes the Weasel. No goal. And Lambo being judged to have a foot in the crease before he let that go. And you heard there with LSA TV's own Lukey Keesing on the mic.
Letting us know.
Letting us know. And right on the spot, Luke was then.
Hey, where's my mid-matching feet? Let's go.
So does
those arms wave, don't they, Marty?
He could have taken off in this low depression that we have here called chill. And good, that's a better clear. And they need to get it down. They need to present the ball down because losing the ball up the top here, especially with some young players like young Jack, and although Ryan gets the ball now, there's plenty of experience there down at Twisk. You probably want to get the ball low because Cam White pops it up, kicks it up to Dorothy. And ball over there to Ryan, kicks it to Jack and kicks it there to Ryan. Cam going to wear Gaspari all night, I'd say, down in the offence. And there's some pressure coming here.
There we go.
Good inside roll though, stuck it out. There's a yard sale down on the back corner here. Stick for sale. And good work there from Harris. And Harris just went, yeah, don't hang it out like that.
Yeah, good little move to get inside, but yeah, got to tuck it and roll, that's for sure.
And Joshy again bringing the ball in offense into the clearing area and just U-turns back. Done my job, boys, go about yours. And yeah, you can see now with the Burnside just sending their subs on. As Chris Nicola picks it up down the back. And Chucky has he's just, that power, Liam Hood says thank you very much. And Chucky with another assist. That's his second for the game and brings Liam Hood into the game, and he gets his first of the night. On the Living Choice replay here, you can just see that Chucky's pace just drew that second defender. And Liam doesn't need much more than that, does he?
No.
Pops one home, and that's his first of the night. And Burnside go out to a 3-1 lead here.
Another one of those Burnside players that seems to have stepped up 2 or 3 sort of runs on that ladder between last year and this year and taking their game to a whole new level.
Yeah, Chucky's obviously, he was involved in the 15-16 with the men's stateside and was actually looked at this year, but obviously due to work commitments wasn't able to go. But he's in fine form, is on cue.
Another one.
Picks it up and this is the pace he gets, but he's just, you know, bringing others into the play, and good save down there again. Marshall faked high, went low, and just all over that one. Robbo's seen plenty of shots in the last couple of weeks, so he wasn't too far off that one.
There'll be a turnover from North Adelaide that crossed the field clearing pass.
Not a great option.
Not a great option, under pressure, but yeah, not a great option. James Goodrich coming out of the sub box.
And as we see Lambo just subbing off here.
For James Mullins.
And Mullins comes on. And just like our sponsors, Burnside looking to build something down there, traditional verandas and carports.
Yeah, that's a segue if I haven't heard one.
I've never heard that. And they're certainly going to look at the good work they're doing, because traditional verandas and carports certainly do great work for all of your needs. As Liam Hood picks the ball back up, kicks it down, and that one has just missed, and Jimmy Goodrich just head low and just says, nah, that might have been great, my feet weren't moving.
Yeah. Well, and threw it to where my teammate wasn't, so. And here we go, Lukey on the turnover, the clear.
Lukey, good ground baller, Luke. Oh, good take there from Ryan. That wasn't a great pass to him by any means. And Cam picks up the ball, kicks it over here to Silky, who's just popped back on the field again.
You got to think, with a minute to go in this quarter, we haven't seen Gaspari down to the defence through the midfield yet. So I'm wondering why.
Maybe he is suffering.
What's going on there? Because we know how much of a workhorse he has been.
He's a competitor,
and
he
just looked like then he really wanted to go, but he's been held back. So yeah. I don't know. There must be something going on in the background there, because It's a bit
around the back there, and that's Chucky again.
Speed kills. There was an advert about that, wasn't there?
He is doing an amazing job tonight early in this game. That's his first goal for the quarter, but he's had 2 assists as well. So as we see on the replay, you just see this. Look at the pace. Just bang, bang, bang. And the slides, he's so quick that he just couldn't get there. Luke McCard just couldn't keep up with him in the second slide.
No, well, the first slide just didn't even commit to him. Sort of got to the right area and then pulled out of probably hitting him with the body, and he just danced on the crease and got in.
He's a real sneaky at the moment, the way he's going.
North are just being outpaced right now, not committing to the body by the looks of it on the defensive end.
Dow with another win in the face-off again. He's 100% right now, Louis Dow, in the face, and he knows his job. He gets the ball, gets it into attack, and he says, hang on, boys, you go and do the rest. So
yep. Robbo's picked it up and gone a long clear.
To
nice
Booney.
one too to Booney.
That's a good outlet. Oh, just rushing it. You know, they don't need to rush the ball. It was, and that is why they rushed it, because there's limited time on the clock there. As the whistle goes for quarter time here at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club under lights, and it's lit up like a Christmas tree down here. We see Burnside 4 goals to North Adelaide 1, but a really entertaining first quarter. So we'll just have a look at a couple of the replays here from the first quarter. See Jimmy Goodrich going about his work, steps inside and just goes pop, top shoulder.
Yeah. Good work, just gets, like you said, gets inside and keeps that stick in nice and tight.
And then we had
happen at the other end.
Ryan here just drawing the second. You see Adam here, might have been a duck of the head here too. See that little duck? Just ducked his head, and Booney, look at the fish shake there. Yeah. He's pretty pumped with that one. And he gets on the board for North Adelaide for their first. And this was the Josh Harris. He just went, hang your stick out here, and here comes a yard sale. I'll have that one, and I'll give it to my mate, and then I'll clear it up the other end. So Josh Harris doing a great job in defence there. And this is Chucky. He's just quick. Look at him. Look at him go. And again, drew that, another one. Just speed to get to a defender coming to you, and found Hoodie just sitting up the top corner. And then he says, well, I've given enough assists tonight. How about I just get inside and, you know, North, the poles in the middle there have got to be better than that, don't they?
100%.
If they, and we will go to some ads from our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury...
So I can hear Lukey Keesing down there. Lukey,
you can hear us, Lukey.
You can hear us, Lukey. Got me. And there's a fair bit of steam coming off the players and referees as we speak. What's the weather like out there? What's the weather like out there, mate? Nice. All right, mate. We'll leave you to that, and we appreciate that, mate. And we'll let you do your job.
Let's go, 60.
Here we go. So back in the face-off here, we've got Lewis Dow going at 100% and still going at 100%.
Push it.
The action in here, Tony.
We are right amongst it. It feels like we should be out there, Sammy, doesn't it? As Lambert goes about his work.
Cold for me, if I'm honest with you.
Push a little. You got numbers.
And Silky just kicks it up to... steps down. And here he is again, the man of the moment. Good save there, but good double. Look at the rebounds. The man's on fire.
Picking up his own garbage.
Nicola with a big shot. Good save from Robbo. And then Nicola getting his second of the game. So really early, he's putting his name up for the Living Choice Player of the Game very early in the game.
Very nice. Player of the game. Well, who else would it be right now?
Well, right now, Chucky's just got his name written all over it. Lewis Dow in the middle. But obviously the Anzac medalist this year at Lewis Dow.
Yeah.
Got the Anzac medal down there. No, he didn't. He was picked by Jimmy Goodrich.
Because I picked Lewis Dow and you picked Jimmy Goodrich.
I was just trying to rub salt into the wounds there, Sammy, the last time
so
we
could say he was robbed of the Anzac Day medal, if you ask me.
But here we go. He might have lost one here.
Aiden Westcourt can't quite get the grabble.
Joshy Harris with he's going to be under pressure because Ryan Gaspari, ball kicked out. That one's again. That's a deja vu of North Adelaide in the first quarter. That throw across, out of bounds, and North will have an offensive foray here early in the second quarter. And thanks to Linton Arscott for sending the refreshment to me. The Warrior Ale just hasn't quite got cold enough on the ground yet, although I haven't probably checked. Check the ones on the ground. And big shout out to Lippy for sending us
a real beer drinker wouldn't care what temperature it is, Tony.
Well, I was just going to pretend I was in England and drink warm beer. I wouldn't have worried me. But and given the Warrior Ale is supposedly a really good drop, I
had one myself last week.
Had one last week.
Bad.
Yeah, came in
a little bit of a fruity ale there.
Not necessarily for you then, being the fruity.
Well, no, but it'd be nice on a good summer's day.
Good summer ale.
Refreshing ale.
And we've got some pressure being applied here by Harris. And we've got a timeout called there from Scotty Morrison. That's why coaches get paid the big bucks, don't they?
Yeah.
They're in that offensive foray under immense pressure. They've locked off, and he says, "No, let's get someone else on the ball." Yeah, that's why coaches earn their money.
Come for a rest, young fella.
Yeah, you know what? Done a great job out there. You went up and back and got under pressure.
Yeah, have some water, mate. Sit down and relax. Let's give the ball to somebody else.
But in the
who was that? Was it Cam White?
Cam White, yep. In the midst of that, though, the North Adelaide boys keep the ball and still in offence.
Yep, yeah. And you just want to see something from them here, don't you?
Absolutely do.
Just possession time, at least. Possession time with a shot or two off of there.
And Robbo, again, he's 5 saves already for the game. Had another one, obviously, there, which came straight back to Chucky. And Chucky went, oh, you didn't like the first one, have the second one. Pop that one away.
That's right.
And, he has got that one away in the only goal of the second term so far. And as the timeout just about wraps up here, Scooter with his last minute instructions. Obviously, Wendell Litchfield out there as well with North Adelaide this year with their defensive coaching. So I spoke to Wen the other day, and obviously a really, really good mate of mine, and he's enjoying it. But against Burnside, he's obviously come from Burnside. So it'll be an interesting concept for him this evening, being against the old crew.
Yep.
I know what that's like, mate. I've been there before.
Yeah, me too. Well, North Adelaide's my old group. First time you play them's always a bit iffy. Always a bit worried about it.
But as we do in the lacrosse family, we forgive fairly quickly and move on.
Yeah, you got to.
And then you end up just having beers with them all the time.
Yeah.
So, and we see here Blake Alford going about his work down the back. As ball has been picked off here by Harris. He's done that a couple of times so far in a turnover there. And
Burnside getting it to the shorty, pushing it up on the far side.
And
sorry, we're just reading.
We're just reading
a little message.
From one
Craig Schicker sent me that.
he was just talking about Anzac Day, and
it was a lovely weather though, wasn't it?
It was lovely weather. So Shix, big shout out to you live and watching, and a couple others online here. Karen Alford watching, Joshy Sell, Dwayne Edwards, Alan Marinovic, Luke Oswald, Kenny Eam, Corinne Sandow there says go Burnside, watching from the beanbag. Corinne, you've got the perfect if you've got the beanbag on with the glass of red in the heater, because it's quite chilly out here.
Not a bad way to spend the night, I'd say.
And your son is, Silky's doing a really good job out here. As he normally comes in on cue as we speak about him. But you can't keep quality players out, as you can hear in our effects mic here. Plenty of talk going on from both sides.
Spread out, spread out.
Because Lambo gets the ball here. He's up against Michael Ackers. And there's a good
North
switch.
doing a good job. North are doing a pretty good job
Hold
here.
picks 23, good.
As you can hear Luke Keesing in the background there, just talking to the players, and that's what good referees do, isn't it? As Paul Marshall comes down the back, he won't mind taking on any long stick defenders. And we've got Mullins there on the left. Good pickup from Mullins. He's got down the bottom here. You've got to get out of the way there, I think, Stevie Lambert. He wanted to drive left there. And need to move off the pick better than that. You give that ball down now. Move that ball. And it's a little BTB from the defender. Turnover. If they move the ball quickly here, there could be an opportunity. And Lambo with the ball. He's got Lukey Swords just on the two slide behind him. And here we go. Silky with the ball. He's picked up Twisk. Kicks it back here to Marshall. Marshall, that's the one where he normally does that little bit of a question mark shot. Sammy, you've seen plenty of them.
Let's get moving.
Me and Holler, I love playing against Holler. He's good
Got
fun.
down the outside.
Big save from Robbo.
Robbo with another save for the night. That's his 6th of the evening already, and we're only about 4 minutes or 5 minutes into the second term.
Yeah, got to give it to Robbo. He positioned the body week in, week out. It's brilliant.
And mind you, Mullins did shoot right-handed then.
He did. Oh, Robbo must wake up on a.
Oh, this is one though you've got to have, because there's another big save.
Another body save.
Just stepped out into that one, didn't he?
Oh.
But that's good. It's and turnover here, because North Adelaide obviously get the backup. He stepped out into the space there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that, Holler. There's a flag waiting to come. As Kieran just goes about his work. They're going to go offside here, Burnside, if they're not.
And the penalty.
And that's going to be a hold, I reckon. We'll listen to Luke Keesing here with minimal flag height.
Blue, 8, hold, 30 seconds.
And 100% correct from the commentary box tonight too, just quietly on the calls.
Oh, I don't try to be honest with you, Tony, I don't know this game well enough to be able to try and make calls on play.
I can tell you after commentating a few, I think I know more now than I used to, but sometimes I get showing up on Saturdays, mate.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
Kicks out here to Alford, and we see Lukey, the LSA TV's own Lukey Robert Sword, in offence with the long stick. And he did this a bit last week too. He played a fair bit of long stick but didn't really get in on the action. I mean, obviously they're in a man up, but he's in the man up for a reason. It must be that long stick shot.
You've got to stay
because this is the one. That's the one. And Hagrid with a big save down low. And Hagrid with another great save. That's his 3rd of the game. And just shutting North out. Yeah. That was good opportunity though from Lukey.
That was.
As Harry Giannis comes on.
Every time I see a long pole in a man up, I think of ETP's Brett Langstroth.
Brady Langstroth, the one and only.
I just see he had a shot on him that it kept me up every now and then.
How many nightmares did you have from that man? I mean, I've coached him, and I was really impressed every time he got down there. I get down there more, get down there more.
Probably the one thing Luke's lacking is the high velocity shot.
But, Brady Langstroth,
the uncontrollable Brett shot. Yeah. He had no idea it was going. We had no idea it was going.
And I know when Code was at East Torrens and we were at practice, and Brady used to line up with him, Code would just go, not another one.
Not tonight, thanks.
So Peter Greenhow, good work. Ball will be here to be won. And that ball will go to North Adelaide. And needs to step back here because there's get a penalty there for the 5 metre rule.
Yeah,
there's a flag down, and there we go. That will be look at that flag height from Kippo. Let that one go.
If we're honest, Tony, the height wasn't
good.
No,
length. Sorry, length. Getting them mixed up, height and length. But that was 4 because he wasn't with it. He didn't go back 5 metres from the ball. And the quick start.
The new rule is you don't get told anymore. You've just got to do it yourself and get back.
So 30-second technical and
Luke, is Luke down there
Boys,
again?
I might just chip in here.
You're right, Marty. What do you got to say?
Yeah, I know.
What do you got?
As the referee, it's just an interesting clarification that the 5 metres is not like touch footy where once you get back 5 metres, you're all good. You actually have to get away from it's a moving bubble. So as the player moves, you've actually got to get 5 metres away from that person.
So smart offensive players will actually just run hard at them because they won't be able to get back 5 metres.
Yeah.
So
that's a clarification from
and that's an over and back. That is going to be a, that should be an over and back. That's over and back, and a correct call there from Kippo. We were waiting for that one to be called. That's over and back, and the quick start. That one could have been a penalty as well. We might have just assessed that he was outside the 5-metre bubble there. But Burnside with the ball, and really interesting second quarter. Only 1 goal this quarter, and that's scored by the man Chris Nicola, who has the ball in his stick right now.
And early.
On the Living Choice scoreboard, we see 5-1 Burnside. Jimmy Goodrich coming down. Another big save from Robbo. Big body save. He doesn't have arm pads, so he's, good knock down there from Cam. But that will stay a North Adelaide ball.
If we're going to be fair
I
here...
can't restart play if he's offside. You've got to go back to the line. I cannot restart. You still got to keep going. Go all the way back to the
So you
line.
can hear the clarification there from Luke Keesing. He said he can't start the play if they're offside, even though Ryan was trying that 5-metre rule. And Lukey all over it on the outside there.
To Burnside's credit, only the 1 goal scored this quarter, but they are getting lots of shots off. Robbo's body.
He's had 4 saves at the moment.
And all body saves.
All body saves, and there's been 3 fly past the cage as well. So
they are getting their opportunities. It's just Robbo's standing tall, and the defense is standing tall too at the moment. They're
Lukey,
forcing the shots that Robbo probably wants to see, which is good.
Lukey Roberts Sword, he's been sitting in the crease there, becoming that second.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a heap of work down the forward line too, so he's certainly putting in for his team. But all the defense of North Adelaide are doing a really good job at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving Robbo the best chance
yeah,
they can. And North are starting to control it a little bit more too, aren't they?
Yeah, and I'm going to say, I reckon that Gasper may be feeling something, or he's not 100% out there, because he just dropped that ball. That's really unusual from...
Don't worry about that one. They've dropped it again. That's not
he
getting
said,
out.
get away, and you can see that there. He said, get away.
Alone.
Did you see that?
Go away, little boy.
He says,
leave me alone.
He says, I got bigger calves than everyone out here. Get out of my way. And, oh no, Silky
Kieran,
picks
that's
up
a goal.
one.
If he shoots this,
Two.
it's in.
He's got Chucky on the outer side here. That's going to be a moving offside blue.
Is it offside?
Okay, yes, there's an offside here. Adam Phillips came over. So too many down in the offensive end. Adam Phillips actually came over the other side there, so put him in offside.
Those pesky long poles and thinking they could get down to the attack line, huh?
And so we're still seeing here on the Living Choice scoreboard, it is 5-1. And thank you very much to our naming sponsor, Living Choice, for being on board and being able to bring you live and free lacrosse on LSA TV on Friday nights live and all over the place when we have other games. They're not just going to be Friday night lives.
No, a few Saturdays in there too.
Saturdays, and then we'll have the big finals. And then obviously traditional carports and verandas. Outstanding to have a sponsor like that on board. They build, as we are starting to do, build some real rapport with our...
Yes.
They build the best rapport in the business.
So North Adelaide with another turnover.
Now, boys, just quickly, some big news from LSA. We're back at Melbourne this year for both the two final weeks of the year. So the grand final for the men's, which is a week earlier than the women's,
yes.
and so all the prelims and all the grand finals for both.
That's good, Marty.
Final 2 weeks.
Because as a specialist commentator, once or twice a year, I like to do the big games.
Big games. Sammy's up for the big games and Friday night big games.
I don't do the little games, not your week in, week out games.
It's a
I do
Friday
your
night
grand
live.
finals and your Friday nights, your Anzac games.
All the big ones.
So which one in the which character in the 18 mode?
He's like BT.
Yeah, well, more I like to ache myself, not to Brian Taylor, more a James Brayshaw, Lukey Roberts, no.
Just passing it down, and that's well flicked back, but under immense pressure. And the ball will go out of bounds there. And Burnside will pick the ball back up. But yeah, I reckon we had the last Friday Night Live here, didn't we, last year?
Yeah, that was my debut.
That was a debut.
Glenelg, North Adelaide, under the new lights at North Adelaide.
Keep going.
So it's
Find the
almost
ball,
like
keep
deja vu
going.
then. Glenelg
Correct.
or
Good,
Burnside,
keep
North
going.
Adelaide.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
Find the ball. Ball's what you want. Good, good.
Lukey with some wise words there. The ball is what you want.
And it's, you know what, really good, and that's what most
Yeah.
people don't hear when you play, as you hear
Yep.
that. But, you know, bringing this
Another
straight in.
turnover.
Big
Booney with the
turnover here with
turnover.
Booney. Oh, got to get...
Speed.
I was going to say, he has outrun Chris Nicola then, and that's no mean feat. So we'll put
Booney's
that
all-
one on the resume.
Booney's all muscle. He's all glutes and hamstrings
So
and
fast
quads.
twitch stuff.
Yeah, short sprint, burst.
Is that two-step short sprint? He got away from Chucky too.
Yeah, 10 steps, even 10 steps.
Yep.
Usain Bolt never ran a 42k marathon, Tony.
No,
But
but
he was the fastest man in the world for a while.
he didn't play soccer either, just quietly.
Gaspari with the
Gaspari with the
outside.
outside shot, and
Bomb.
here he is. He says, it's Friday Night Live. The camera's on me.
How's that?
About time I start to do something here.
Yep.
And you see here on the Living Choice replay that Gasper just lines up on Cam. Cam, he had no right to get that one. And Cam was all over that, just allowing
Yeah,
him to
well-
free the hands a little bit. And Gaspari went, thanks, I'll have my first.
That's what you got to do. You got to test Brett. You got to test him. Lots of shots.
So Burnside have their second of the evening. It is,
Now, is that 1-1 for the quarter?
that's 1-1 for the quarter, mate. So
So we're seeing North Adelaide starting to control the ball just a tad bit more, aren't we, in the offense?
well, there's a break there. And Lewis Dow losing his first one of the night.
Oh, yeah, first one, I reckon. Yeah, you're right.
Because the other one actually
Yeah, ground ball.
ground ball win. So, it was a little bit. And here's young
You're
Jack,
right, Tony, you're right, mate.
Jack,
That's for sure.
Jack Zugapoulos, here's the 15-year-old goalie turned shorty. Look at the speed on him. He's got to tuck that in though. Joshy Harris, Australian Shark. Oh,
Don't
lots
worry
of
about
sticks
this.
going on here.
Let
Oh,
them
there
know.
it goes.
Jono, just let him play.
We saw some fireworks over the other side before with the height of the fireworks.
nice.
That flag height there from Kiplock was well up there. Mind you, he did it right in front of the commentary box, Sammy.
Yeah, because he knows that you're a fan of flag.
Oh, we're good. Absolutely are. As Jimmy Goodridge picks the ball up, he's got Lambert here.
Step in and let it fly.
If he comes back to him, Silky comes back to him
Yeah.
here, there's an opportunity this side because that
That's
rotation is
tough.
too high.
Skip Lambo.
Skip Lambo, give it, and then
Good rotation, North Adelaide.
Oh,
Good
look
rotation.
inside, look inside.
Good rotation.
That's a high run, kicks it back. Oh, look at him sneaking down the bottom corner. Silky's just there. Silky's
He'll
looks
do
over. He
something
looks
here.
over the
He'll
other
do
side.
something.
Oh, it's a bit of a trip.
Oh,
And
Chopper with the
Dixby.
check.
Oh, big pick up
Another
there.
save, Robbo.
Robbo on fire. Oh, he's got no arm guards.
No arm
Liam
guards.
Hood knows all
out
about
of the
that.
cage. Man
Robbo,
down.
You cannot.
Getting pressure.
He's just bouncing off Robbo there. Robbo with another big save for the quarter.
He's been huge tonight.
Robbo's been really good. Holler
Holler.
steps in and says, you know what, here I go. Paul Marshall with his second of the game and second of the quarter. Or
And his,
first of the quarter, second of the game.
His signature jump shot.
Yep, and maybe Harry Jarnish will take a few out of that because he's got a nice little, he likes that little
He loves the jump shot.
He's probably like,
It's good to see
Holler
Holler
with the Marshall.
Holler's hamstrings holding up for 2019 so far.
He shouldn't jump that high sometimes, should he? 'Cause-
It always just,
And on the Living Choice scoreboard, out to a 6-2 game here at just before half time.
North Adelaide's rotation man down there was really good.
Dow again, he says, oh, I didn't like the fact I lost the last one. And he just does his job, doesn't he?
He does.
Josh Harris finds himself down there again and Marshall with the ball. Although Holler looks really fit at the moment.
He is looking very fit. and
Very
strong.
fit. Lost a lot of weight and certainly he's been playing, obviously, look, a veteran of South Australian lacrosse at Burnside. And Richard Smith with the ball now, kicks it down to Chucky. And Twisky, you're going to have your motors on, mate, if you're going to chase him down. Although Twisky is no slouch when it comes to running.
No, he's got a fair set of lungs on him, that fella.
Oh, gee, Mullins. You can see he's been playing box because he's just blind turned into a double and didn't phase him. And the ball's still to be won on the ground. Robbo picks
Robbo's
that
out
one
the
up.
crease.
Oh, did he step back out and in then,
I
Sammy?
reckon it was close. I can't see the yellow line.
Oh, Holler knocks it down. Lukey saw it in the right position though, kicks it up to Twisk. And Holler nearly picked that one off. Holler with good stick skills there.
Yes.
Yes. He,
It's a generous 4. A generous 4 seconds.
although we do like the way Polly referees. There's, it's got to be really,
Really obvious to call.
none of this sticky stuff.
No.
Oh, Jack's
You
on the
get
policy.
one, he
Here it is
gets one.
again. There's a race, and there's a timeout going to happen there. You could.
There's
I didn't.
another
I
one.
wasn't even looking
Right
down there.
on
I'm
it.
looking at the screen here, Sammy,
Yep.
and I'm seeing Jack being chased by Chucky, and I'm thinking Scooter's going to use his next timeout. There's limited time in the quarter to go, and
Now he's still wearing his throat guard. Is he still playing junior goals?
I believe he may be.
Or he just hasn't made the full commitment to midfield?
Yeah, I don't.
So Red Ducks their second one for the half.
James has come out, Burgess.
Okay.
And he's playing up to Div,
So he's playing Div
Div
1.
ones. And Jack's sort of popped into that.
There you go. So he's
17,
still
so-
playing.
Yeah. We'll have a bit of a look here. We got Cam Adams watching, Jacob Newman, Steve Fisher, Dan Evans. Robbo's watching. He's scoring and watching. He's doing a great job. Sammy Hissey, there's my man, young Sammy Hissey. He's always on Friday Night Lives.
Good name.
And he is saying here, Robbie playing a great game in goals, and that he is. And Peter Greenhow, big shout out to one of our own, Peter Greenhow.
Petey.
I'm watching my daughter's netball.
Attaboy.
Hey?
He's really watching it.
Yeah, well, you can't be watching netball. You know what he's doing. And we won't shout out too much then because he's obviously supposed to be watching his daughter's netball, probably down at Sooner, which would probably be 20 degrees cooler than it is here. And he's got the live feed. I'm watching live lacrosse on LSA TV. And Tiff Smith, Karen Alford, and so Ricky Smithson's watching as well. Nat Rowe, Scotty Drury, Addie's even online listening to the number one man, Sammy Kilford.
She can't get enough of my voice at home, so she's got to listen live here at Friday night.
And also,
she's sitting down the club end too.
Oh, so she's just watching it live, wanting your commentary, mate.
Correct.
I can understand that.
Well, we can't get enough of this.
We actually get a lot of people when they're watching lacrosse turn on the live feed and listen to what we've got to say.
You know when you go to the cricket and they got the little earpieces.
We need to get
people are
some
listening to the
LSA
AM
TV
radio.
earpieces, don't we?
Yeah, I don't think they'd sell too well, to be honest with you.
Although if we get another sponsor, we're just saying the budget doesn't stretch that far. If we get another sponsor, we can actually start to look into the earpieces.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll make them tone deaf so you can't hear me, and then the other commentator you'll hear all night. So, yes, as the ball kicks around down here in the offensive end for North Adelaide, back to the game. Ball retention here from North, doing really well. Just as I say that, I'm sure a kiss of death will come in. And but the ball moving around and kicks it up here to Gaspari.
Well, the whole quarter North have controlled this ball a bit better, haven't they?
Well, they're gonna get called for a stall here in a minute if they're not careful, because the ball is just continuing to go around the outside and they're not attacking the cage. So I'm sure you'll see the referees tap their hat in a minute, and the stall call will come on.
They're all right for now.
Well, there's an attack at the cage almost. Blakey Alford just tucking that one in, tucking that one
forcing
in.
it right-
Oh, look
penalty.
at that. There's going to be a cross check there, I reckon. No, slash just around the neck, called by Kippo. And North Adelaide will have a man up late in this second quarter.
The North have probably had, you could probably say they probably had a bit more of the ball this quarter than Burnside. Just not as many shots and not capitalising on the time in offence. But,
So I think they're just going to hold the ball out here because
they've
limited
called the
time. There's a stall straight away.
Straight away. Well, they're man up.
And there's
They're
limited
probably-
time. It's about half-time is about to be rung here on cue, Sammy. Not even watching, but getting good at this gig. And we see here at the so North Adelaide will start with the ball in the second half, and it is a 6-2 game here the way of Burnside over North Adelaide.
Harry Gianna.
The big man playing his first league game for Burnside. Just walks past the
Congratulations,
front
buddy.
of us. And Burnside just going down the back there. You see Lewis Dow as well, doing an outstanding job in the face-off as
He's
they
got
just
a smile
walk
on
past
him,
us.
hasn't he?
You got to love
big
the
set of
smile.
pearly whites.
Big set of pearly whites. And here comes Hagrid. He says, "Where you going, boys? Don't leave me behind." Doing a great job in the cage there for Burnside is Brady Williams. As they go down the back to have a bit of a chat. As Ryan just walks past us as well. Pretty happy potentially with what's going on out there. And no, shaking his head, so maybe they want to go further away so Ryan can have a good chat to them. And North Adelaide just popping into the
Straight
rooms,
into the change room.
get into the warm. And what have you liked so far in this first half, Sam?
What haven't I liked? Well, I suppose Burnside they've capitalised the most. They've had a lot more shots. The first quarter we've seen there with Burnside just getting quick goals early. That the second quarter though, North sort of wrestling back momentum a little bit, but not capitalising. And the defence has been good on both sides, really. And both goalkeepers are playing strong.
Yeah,
so.
both been good. Very
happy with the goal.
So Brady's had 4 saves. He had 2 each quarter. Robbo had 4 in the first and 5 in the second. So he's had 9 physical big saves.
All body shots.
All body shots. But he's come out and he's shut down and played the angles. And, you know, you've got to be a better shooter. And the way to get on Robbo is to move him and then put the other side. So a Sunday morning, depending when he's playing. And we're just going to click to our sponsors here to have a quick word from them.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious 1-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious 1-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious 1-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again.
There he goes. And we tried to have a bit of a chat at quarter time there, but we've got Mr. Luke Keesing, who is in the black and whites tonight. He's got some fans around next to him. Look at him. He's like a magnet at the moment, Mr. Keesing, out there with the young fans. We're used to that. Pretty good game here at the moment, mate. 6-2 at half time.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, both teams kicking the ball around all right. Burnside just looked to have the little bit of the edge certainly with the defensive pressure. And a bit more even in that quarter. Certainly the first blew out a tiny bit, but yeah, I thought it was a better quarter from both teams.
And what we said before, mate, was really loved the fact of the interaction with the referees and the players. You know, the way you talk to the players, which most people don't get to hear unless you're physically playing, but really good out there just telling the boys to go at the ball and you know?
Yeah, it's one of the things we talk about in our refs meetings. It's called preventative refereeing. So it's, you know, we're trying not to trap the boys into getting fouls. You know, talk to them, make sure they play the ball, let them know that we're there. You know, the more you talk to them, the less fouls you usually end up giving out, which is usually makes for a better game than just tossing the yellow thing out of your pocket every 2 seconds.
Yeah, and obviously Kippo and Polly with you tonight. You know, they're good referees in their own right, and you know, you guys are doing an outstanding job out here on Friday Night Live, and you know, the game is flowing, and they often say, mate, as you know as a player, if you don't notice the referees, they're doing a good job. So keep that up. We really appreciate your time. We'll go and let you have a chat to Kippo because he's coming out with the snakes.
What's he eating?
It's the most important part of the game.
What's Jono got there?
It looks like he's got a few Allen's lollies. That might be from his personal stash, actually. He's certainly got a couple of bananas in there, a couple of snakes, and a couple of, I don't know, gummy dinosaurs or something. They're pretty good.
No wonder you referee, mate, because that's the stuff champions are made of right there. And seeing some good flag height out here. So keep the sugar up, and we wish you all the best for the second half. Go and have your bit of a break, mate. We appreciate you joining us on LSA TV. Yeah. LSA TV's own Luke Keesing there, refereeing the game tonight, and thank you that we could give up his time at halftime to be able to have a chat. It's always a different concept, isn't it, having a chat?
It is. Good to hear they're talking about that they could potentially refereeing.
Is that preventative so Sammy doesn't yell at them?
That's not, ask Gowdy, that's not going to change anything I say to him. Preventative refereeing between me and Gowdy and a few others doesn't happen.
I hate to say, but you do have me tomorrow.
That's all right.
Baker.
Sir.
Baker.
Sir, no worries.
Yeah. So
it's going to be an all LSA TV affair tomorrow.
Yeah, you keep it fair and we'll be all right.
when do I have throw flags?
Everybody knows. I just get a little hot under the head when I'm on the field.
A little bit of white line fever.
White line fever. I like to know why some calls are being made, and I ask the question.
And
as soon as the game's over, we're all
it's beer, isn't it?
Like 5 minutes after the game's over, I'm all good.
Yeah, and good crowd out here tonight too for Friday Night Live, and obviously we've got the Burnside crew on our left and the North Adelaide guys down a bit further, but plenty of people out here for Friday Night Live at the beautiful Nth Adelaide Lacrosse Club. It is a bit chilly out here though now, Sammy. It's probably about 6 degrees, 7 degrees, I'd say at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I'm not the greatest when it comes to weather, but I'd say below 10, definitely.
You know what? Make it up as you go along.
Yeah,
why let a lie get in the way of a good story?
It's 2 degrees out
2
here.
degrees out here, and Sammy should have worn his own boots. It's fallen off as the Burnside guys just after having a bit of a chat down there at half time start to break up and make their way back towards the bench as the North Adelaide guys have come out from the change rooms and heading towards the positions now, as you see Burnside starting to get their stuff together. So North Adelaide will start with the ball here because they were in a man-up situation and possession.
Polly, Stoll's on, got to bring it in.
So you can hear there, and this is the beautiful thing about having...
so we start with the stall.
Yeah, the stall was on, so that doesn't come off.
You're good.
And obviously they had the stall on and they were in man-up, so... and even when that man up breaks,
that stall warning in effect? Yeah.
That stall warning will still stay on. So if you were Burnside and you had a man coming on very shortly and Blakey was holding the ball out here, you would go and put immense pressure on him and lock these off straight away to get him back above this black line. And he doesn't want to see, he's just gone out of the stall there by walking over the black line. But just to have a chat to Kippo about what he can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So the stall is on here. Oh, look at the voice there. You can see why he's on the LSA TV sometimes too, Lukey Keesing, can't you? Certainly demanding, and Ryan there. Oh, that's going to be out. Oh, Lukey Roberts Sword did a great job there. So Stall is still on. Yeah, don't. Yeah, had an opportunity before. Step up. Oh,
let it fly.
And Blake, bang.
And the flag.
And the flag as well.
Send it to the bench.
And North Adelaide.
25, illegal body check. 1 minute.
On your bike, big
After
fella.
the goal too, that's called. So
I
they will start
said
with possession.
Someone had to have a shot. It was either Luke or Blake,
25
and there
illegal
we
body
go.
check.
And you know what,
You got a
You're going to
helmet-
rotate? You're going to
You
go.
got a helmet like that, you're scoring goals week in, week out, I reckon.
And you know what?
That's a goal scoring helmet.
Blake Dorothy
I love
Alford said then, he said, there's no place like home, no place like home.
Put the ball in the back
Put the
of the
ball in the back of the net.
Love it.
And Blakey Alford, just letting one go from outside.
Now, what does that make the score?
That is
if they get another
6-3.
one, so if they get another one here, we're really on.
We are really on. So 6-3 here. North Adelaide are still in man-up situation. The stall call obviously is off now because of the goal scored.
Yep.
That's just a little bit of an inherent one there from Cam White, but he's just
That's all right.
rechecking
No
his
pressure.
stick. And God, if I was Blakey Alford at the moment, here comes one from Lukey. Lukey's going to let one rip in a minute.
He hasn't got the.
But he's got Josh Harris coming out there on him. So man up here. They're moving the ball well. They're just looking at a little over rotation on that side. And Blakey Alford again just steps inside, looks at a Booney. Oh, that's the slower ball.
Bonanza.
But another shot.
No good.
Another shot away. And North Adelaide just starting to put a little bit of pressure on here. Another one here would be really interesting.
There
Alford
it is.
won't
That's a
mind
shot.
shooting another. Oh!
There it is.
Alford's come to play in the second half. And Blakey Alford gets his second of the quarter, and we've got a 6-4 game here early in the second half.
Third turn, second half.
I get
6-4 is it?
6-4 now.
Told you they're
Blakey
on it.
Alford with a pair. And Luke Keesing will set the face-off here. And if Aiden Westcombe can get the ball out of the centre here and put North back into attack with some momentum.
Is that Lewis Dowd's back in the centre?
Lewis
for
Dowd
Burnside?
is
Just
back in the centre.
Wrestle the momentum back.
So we're on Lukey here. But Lewis Dowd just getting a little bit of settle for his Burnside team.
You don't want to see Burnside panic here, do you? They've controlled
Look,
bar that 2 minutes there.
well, to be honest, they were two man-up goals.
Yeah.
So-
Burnside don't panic.
So
Relax.
while North Adelaide are up and about, they were two man-up goals, and they've scored 2 in 6-on-6 before that for a half.
And if you don't, like Burnside's defence on
Chucky
the man
again, Jimmy Goodrich, and that's the thing. Sometimes when you feel like you've got the top side playing one of the at the lower sides, sometimes you think you can get away with anything, and that's where you really just have to he came out high then. But Jimmy Goodrich, he's a ball handler. But that little BTB that Jimmy threw before, probably not the option, and that sort of shows that maybe you're a little bit up and about for the opposition you're playing. Nicola again, another big save from Robbo. As ball comes out here, Twisty with the ball. He's going to be ridden here by plenty of players. There's someone certainly coming off the bench there, Tristan Hood. Didn't see him coming, but good job there from Twisk.
He had Blake free down here, just had to kick it a bit early.
Oh, look, Blakey. Does Blakey want the ball back in his stick or not?
It's a cool night, but he's got a hot hand.
He's got a hot helmet. Hey, everyone will be going out getting those helmets if they start scoring. We'll see metallic helmets everywhere, and Blakey picking up Tristan Hood. And again, Blakey Alford. He is doing it for North Adelaide at the moment. And I can tell you the yellow brick road has just opened up for Blake Alford, and that is 3 in the quarter. And we're back here to a 6-5 game. Hasn't that turned around in a real hurry?
And that was that 6-on-6 goal, Tony?
That was that 6-on-6 goal. And Blakey doing a real good job there for North Adelaide.
Now, I've seen Eben Locke is also from Brighton. He's also running with the chrome helmet at the moment.
He's doing all right, actually.
I think there's something in the chrome helmets. Maybe a little bit of a reflection of this. A light into the goalie's eyes is putting them off, I don't know.
Lewis Dow certainly doing his job for Burnside at the moment. And as I said, Burnside don't need to panic here. They had plenty of opportunities and plenty of shots in that first half.
They need a settler. They need a settler.
But they just need to build something. Just like traditional carports and verandas build. eh?
Oh, no.
And they're
Stop
going
it,
to
Tony,
go
stop
about
it.
their work the way traditional do.
Hard work from the
Hard
ground
quality
up.
work from our sponsors. And they've been in business for 30 years, traditional. And here we go. Good inside look to Marshall. Good
Big
save again from Robbo.
Stick save.
And Robbo doing a great job for his team there. But
If North are in this right at the end of the game, that's on Robbo.
he's become massive.
That is on
Half
Robbo.
decent game.
That's 11 saves just into the start of the third term. And he's doing
10 bruises,
doing it well.
11 saves.
11 saves, 10 bruises. But that was a stick save.
That one was the stick save.
And ride happening over the field here. Booney just trying to see if his calves are bigger than
Oh, yeah.
James's.
Oh, chicken legs Mullins.
And
He can run. I'll give him this. He can run.
Blakey
He's got
Alford sitting out the
strong.
side here. He's got Adam Phillips on him. So plenty of work being done here. Little one over the top. Good outlet. Well, that's just thrown behind him though. And
Not a-
that's
not a
made
good
that
throw.
really tough,
Not
didn't
a
it?
good throw. Long poles, you've got to throw it out front. You can't put it with their body.
And if there's a turnover here and it comes around the other way, it could be one against, and that's young Jack
That's your mate,
Sogopolis.
Tony. Your mate
Yep.
down there with the...
He's a young guy, and that's going to be a loose ball interference.
North.
The ball will go
Oh.
North Adelaide, and Jack doing a good job there.
Everything's coming up Millhouse at the moment for North Adelaide.
There's certainly a game on to be had here as Twist picks up the ball. Good outlet there, and Twist has Harris on him, but a good ball handler in his own right. Oh, Holler just laying one there, and that is going to be unlucky
Could be
there.
high.
There is a flag
There it
down
is.
there.
There it is.
Holler arguing about it, but
No, he wasn't arguing. He was
Flags
calling
down,
it out.
boys. Flags down.
And that means North Adelaide will get the free shot.
Oh,
Booney, no.
was he
Booney,
behind the
no.
cage there when he shot that? We'll have to go to we'll have to go to goal line extended camera view, but I reckon he was well behind the cage there with Brett standing on the post. So
Like
probably
a couple of teenagers, 16, got a bit
Okay, blue
excited,
goal,
didn't he?
blue goal, blue
Hey!
goalie. The ball is out here.
Hey, Cody, what do you reckon?
So here we go. North Adelaide into man-up situation. It is 6-5, and another one here evens it up. And
I'll tell you
Alford
what.
with the ball in his hand.
Burnside's man-down defence has been paying too much respect to Ryan Gaspari and not enough to Blake with those two
Look at
goals.
Blakey. There's a hole just
He
there for
knows too,
Blakey.
doesn't he? Let me
He's
just
got
kick it over
Mullins on
here.
him.
Now
And now he
they've
just
got
sucks
a-
in, and he'll have another one here. Oh, looks
who's
down.
that?
Oh, there we go.
Nathan
Twist from Blake Alford, and Blake Alford putting his hand up too for that living choice player of the game with Robbo and Nicola.
Is that 6 apiece now?
That is 6-all here, and we have a game on our hands, and Alford with a lovely little assist there to Twisky on the back corner.
Now,
We
if we
see a
look at-
living choice there. Replay.
Now, last year, North Adelaide knocked off Brighton in a big upset.
Yes.
Are we looking at another one here? 6 apiece.
Look, this would be a huge upset if North Adelaide get over. They would have been about $12 to $1.04 over Burnside tonight.
Yeah.
And we hear maybe 80 to 1.
Yeah, it'd be $12 is pretty good.
But Sandow with the ball kicks it to Hood. Hood kicks it over.
There we go.
Bang! Oh, Lambert
stick
top
side,
shelf.
right.
Robbo with another big save, and
And
he's
quick and clear there. Fast Twisky across the middle.
so. And we've had four goals this quarter. 2-0 for Burnside at the moment. Yeah. So Blake Alford with a hat-trick this quarter.
And the assist.
And an assist.
He's had a
He's got
piece in
4
all
points.
4.
He's got 4 points to get him back into the tie here. And imagine the Raptors if they can get another one here. So get on to our live feed. Or if you've got friends who are thinking, oh, I won't watch that tonight on LSA TV, it's going to be a blowout. Get them on right now. Share the feed. Give us a like. Twisky! He's just backed up 7-6, and North Adelaide have taken the lead here against Burnside. The undefeated Burnside Bears, and it's certainly got momentum with North Adelaide at the moment.
Oh, I'm sitting next to this bloke from Glenelg who's getting happy.
So
he's finally thinking they can regain top spot if it all goes right way tonight, aren't you?
although they are playing Sturt tomorrow, mate.
Who? Oh, Glenelg.
So don't get too happy too soon there. There you go. Lewis
nice.
Dow with the ball here. Look, he's doing a great job in the face-off for his Burnside compatriots.
Just need composure down here, don't we?
But look, that's a 5-0 third term so far, and we're only halfway through it. And I'm sure that's not what Ryan spoke about at half-time to his Burnside players.
No. It'll be interesting to see what he's thinking.
And is there something in it to, you know, going down into the cold grass here on a Friday night, other than the wood-fired North Adelaide change rooms?
Those change rooms don't have wood fire in them, so I can tell you that.
So Chris
They're nothing
Nicola,
but concrete.
he's done, knocked down there from Lukey Sword, and everything that's touched is turned into gold, but that's got a check on the way out. And the ball will go back to Burnside. So Lukey Sword with a big knockdown there as well.
Yeah, and I mean the second and so far this quarter, North Adelaide 6-on-6 defence has been brilliant. They've caused a few turnovers and put the Burnside
Hood kicked
pressure
it down
under a bit of pressure. So
Liam Hood wore one there. He's done an ankle. That's his. We hope he's all right there. They've stopped it there. Liam's had some ankle issues over the time. They called a timeout.
Called the timeout.
And we hope Liam's all right there. He has had some ankle issues over the time. Yeah, look, he's, you know.
Well, he's put pressure on it.
So he's up now being helped by his teammates. So we wish all the best to Liam. Obviously, yeah, he had some ankle issues when he was younger and certainly interrupted his lacrosse stuff. And we hope that's all right.
Sorry, I missed the score.
So our best wishes from LSA TV and go out to Liam there. Straight to the bench, being helped off by his mates. And we'll get an update on that and let our viewers know exactly
hopefully
how he is. And yeah, look, on the Living Choice scoreboard here, Sammy, we see North Adelaide 7, Burnside 6, and that's massive.
We got a game on our hands here, Tony.
Well, we always thought it's always possible, isn't it? I mean, sport's the greatest reality show in the world, and you never know what you get on any given day, and it depends on the mental coming in. And
I was a big Brother fan back in the day. Big Brother fan back in the day, but this is a pretty good reality.
Yeah, this is the reality at its best, and I'll tell you what else is at its best: traditional carports and verandas.
Well, if you've been going for 30 years, you're pretty good at it, aren't you? Yeah,
you're doing it well, and I can tell you they're number one of their game, mate, and you know, they're certainly doing a great job for all your around the house needs for your renovations and carports, verandas, and anything you need, guttering, roofing.
Very nice.
So Burnside with the ball here. Look, they'll be looking to get one back in the cage and even this game up as Silky Sandow just runs the ball down the side there. They're just starting to talk about it. Chucky's been the one that's come off. That's James Mullins, kicks it down. Or steps inside. Good defense again, and bang, Jimmy Goodrich there. There could be a flag down here after.
Is there a late? No.
Oh, we saw one of them down the other end.
That's a 50-50 call,
But he's got the goal. Jimmy won't be upset with that. And on the Living Choice replay here, we can see that after. Oh, look, that's just a bit of a tap. You know what? If you're not playing lacrosse, if you're not getting them every day. And Jimmy Goodrich with his second of the game, and we're back to a tied game here at 7-all in the third term.
Oh, I'm just having a laugh at Polly.
Folly. Has he thrown a flag? Oh, he did throw a flag tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, unwarranted flag.
Unwarranted flag. Polly Farman had one early, but it just did dribble out of his pocket a bit, though. What he's agreeing, it doesn't really get too much height. Lewis Dow doing a good job, and just needs to pick the ball up now. He's done what he has to do. And yeah, looks obviously coming from Adelaide Uni, and that's who he sort of came through over the last couple of years. He'll get better as he goes on. He's doing a great job in the middle. And looks inside. Jimmy, step, bang! That one's off the top of the helmet. And that has gone...
Another piece of Robbo.
That has gone nearly a block away from where it is. Robbo, off the top of the helmet, gets another one. That's his fourth save of the quarter. And just coming out and putting his way in the way. And the two goalies next to me, Cody Watts and Sammy Kilford, just having a chat about how they would have done it. And for both of them, yeah, the crossbar would have been an issue for Cody. And Sammy, you wouldn't have had any issue whatsoever, would you?
I would have been out of that cage so quickly. I don't get hit anymore. If I'm not making a stick save, I'm not making a save.
And another shot here. Had by Burnside. And we've got Jimmy, who scored the last one down the back. And he's a man you want the ball in his stick because he just brings people into play. Marshall just missing the one there. Harry Giannis back on the field. Good ground ball there from Harry. Kicks it up to Nicola, and Nicola with the speed. There's a slide comes, he steps in, gives another one down to Sandow. Sandow kicks it over to Goodrich. Goodrich just steps in. Oh, there's Lambert, loads the hands. And Burnside in the blink of an eye are back in front here at the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And Lambo getting on the board for his first of the night. And that's a handy one to get against momentum.
Yeah, probably wrestled it back now, you'd say. That's, was it 4-5
Well, it was 5-0 and back...
Now it's 5-2. Yeah,
Three.
Burnside 5-3 on the trot. So
yeah, back to a yeah. That is back to a 8-all game here now. Oh no,
no.
Sorry, that's back to an
8-7
8-7 game.
No, 9-7, isn't it? We haven't updated that.
1, 2, 3. Sorry, counting.
9-7.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Because North got one up, and then Burnside put 2 or 3 on the board now.
8-all. 8-all. We've just had some power issues here from our scoreboard, so we'll update that very shortly. But we're just getting that fixed at the moment. And Burnside and North Adelaide just working around. And Burnside with plenty more offence so far in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, now they're playing no penalties, and Burnside are starting to move this around.
And
another one.
Another goal there.
Missed that.
And that
quick ball movement
looks
across
like
the top. Is that
Steve Lambert again, I'd say, as we see on the replay here.
Was it Holler?
And that was Lambert, I believe. No,
Holler.
Paul Marshall. Yeah. Sorry, our screens have gone down here as well. So Paul Marshall with another one. That's his third of the game. And in the blink of an eye, they're back out to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Burnside a 9. And North Adelaide 7. 9-7. So in the blink of an eye, North Adelaide got up by 1, and then 1, 2, 3 gets them back in front by 2. So 9-7 here with a timeout called. And Burnside just starting to flex their muscles after they got a little bit of heat against them. And they
probably realised, oh, a bit switched off here, a bit of sleep at the start of the third, and starting man down, momentum goes North Adelaide's way, and they go, all right, we'll just wrestle this back here and get back to what we're good at, fast ball movement with some couple of flashy scores.
And as the face-off here to be had again, Aiden against Lewis, and Lewis went early, I believe.
Aiden's ball. So North Adelaide. Now those two are the only two that have taken face-off tonight.
100%.
They're just both playing Fogo.
And that's Aiden's second win out of all the face-offs, so we can work that out after.
Pressure, they're putting pressure on Luke here.
So good work there from Adam. Oh, that's just throwing it away. And that ball's going to go out of bounds, and that will be a Burnside ball. And I was just trying to work out the numbers out here, Sammy.
Yeah. No, they were saying they're man up, but they weren't. But it's just good pressure.
So Chucky's going to burn everyone if you can't get in front of him and shut him down. Lukey Saw doing a great job there. And ball down to Marshall. Marshall with a hat-trick for this evening. And just with Lambert, that last shot as well, just starting to ebb that flow of North Adelaide. And we're back.
Well, Lambert with the assist, Holler with the shot. And Lambo up top here, take it on young Joran.
Kicks it down to Chucky.
There's
drives
side. Kieran
No, that was James Mullins.
That's Mullins.
That's Mullins. Just had open in the middle. I think he was trying to shoot it before he got it, and that's why it popped out. But it went to Robbo and almost a shot. I'm going to give them a save. Well, it did come out of his stick in the
He
crease
made the
towards
stop.
the goal, and he did have to stop it. So
North just
Can't not give
struggling a bit here on the clear. They clump up too much.
So 9-7 is the score, and thank you, Tracy Mathwin. The reason we didn't change the score is because our power board SH1T itself
died,
and we had to get a new one, and we couldn't update it until that happened. But the score update now is 9-7 Burnside over North Adelaide, and just plenty of bullocking going on. Adam Phillips did a great job. Chris Nicola picking up the ground ball. Do not let him have pace as Twisky gets behind him. And good check there from Nathan Twisk. But Chucky, right place, right time.
And North Adelaide struggling on the clears here, aren't they? Their middies just aren't working hard enough.
They did in the first half when they were trying to get the ball out.
And now they're struggling again.
And they're struggling again.
And they're just not working hard enough. The attackers are just standing around.
And I'm going to say that Burnside have lifted a gear, and they've stepped it up a bit. Yeah. So they're probably back to where they were in the first half. And Burnside, look, in the blink of an eye after going down by 1 and being up by 4. They have done really well to get back in front here by 2 goals as ball comes around. About a minute to go here in this third term. On the Living Choice scoreboard, it is 9-7 the way of Burnside as Lambert goes about his work, gets inside. We've got a ward there from Steve Lambert, and they want to get out of the area here because if North pick the ball up and he's in the way, he will draw a flag there as well, Sam.
And let's just see, they've just gone straight to Twisky, get the ball, run it out. But what are they going to do to give him some space?
Well, Kieran,
that's the big
they know each other well from the box. That's a good hold. Oh, I tell you, that's a really good. We're going to have a hold here from Luke Keesing. Good flag there from Luke. And
Blue number 8's offside. It's 30 seconds.
Oh,
there we go. Well, either or, it's still 30. Stick check.
That is, I've seen shopping bags that are shallower than that.